have to stop this craziness, you know. And these people sit back and they laugh at us. They laugh at us. Oh, it's so sad. It's heartbreaking to me, you know. Um, you need to just, y'all need to, like he said, we need to love one another. And we're so busy loving everybody else, but we're not loving ourselves. We're not helping ourselves. Then you say, well, why we can't get nowhere? We're too divided. As a people, we are just too divided. And that's not, you think that's a coincidence or a co-inky dink? That is not a co-inky dink. Because they designed that too back in slavery, to put us against one another. For the black men to fight against one another, you know. So they wouldn't have the blood on their hand. They would get another brother to kill another brother. Or beat another brother, so their blood wouldn't be on their hands. Same thing as Pontius Pilate did when they killed Yahushua. He wanted to wash the blood. He's claiming that he was washing his hands because that man's blood was not going to be on his hand. You know, they did it then. You know, so you know it's nothing new. Wow, woo, there's nothing new under the sun. See, they washing their hands through the blood of our ancestors. They have blood washed their hands, and then when we bring it up, they are like, well, what you bringing that up for? You need to forget about that. That's in the past, you know. So is the Holocaust. So is 9/11. So is any other catastrophe that happened out here. So is the Titanic. But I see every year they're showing a movie about the Titanic or a documentary about what happened. Because why? I know some of our people was on there servants, being servants to those white people, but the rich white people and different ones on that ship, you know, they cry about that because it happened to them. You know, these white fake Jews, they cry about the Holocaust because it happened to them. But I can't cry about slavery. I can't cry about what happened to my people. I can't speak on it without me being a racist or without me starting trouble. I can't speak about that. Hell, I believe a lot of us is traumatized. You know, I believe a lot of us is traumatized just the thought of what happened to our ancestors. A lot of us still traumatized by what we see on the news as we seeing our brothers and sisters dying in the streets, being shot down like less than an animal. We're traumatized. So when you traumatize, from my understanding, a part of that is talking about it over and over. You keep thinking about it and talking about it. So therefore, if we are talking about it and keep thinking about it, that means there must be some kind of effect on us that then traumatized us. So you know, y'all just gotta stop telling us to get over something. You're never gonna understand how we feel. You can't sympathize with us. Or yeah, you call yourself sympathizing, but you cannot empathize with us. You don't know because it didn't happen to you. You know. Oh well, we don't want no pity from you. We just want to be able to talk about it. We want to be able to tell you how we feel about it. We want to tell you how it hurts us. But you don't want to hear that because that makes you feel some kind of way because it was your ancestors that did it. You know. And I think I can understand that too. But even when we talk among ourselves, you got some of these European people jumping in, hollering like, well, y'all need to forget about it. And we don't even sometimes be talking to them. I mean, I have been on Facebook, on my own timeline, talking to my own Facebook friends. And yes, my page is public. And I be talking to them about something, and here come one of them all the time, a white person jumping in, putting me 2 cents. Stop talking about black matters because you don't know what we go through. Stop talking about us. That's our business, what we talk about when it concerning us. Okay? So you need to shut your mouth up and stop jumping in our conversation when we talking about us because you have no idea what it is to be us. You want to know in one way. You want this melanated. You want this melanated. You see all this beautiful melanated. You want that. Okay? You do. You want that. You want these naturally full lips. You want that. You want our men. The white men want our women, what the black women. But you don't want to go through what we go through. So when we talk about what we go through, stay out of it. You need to stay out of it. Mind your own business. Because we can get to talk about us without y'all jumping in it. And like I said, I don't hate y'all. I do hate y'all ways, though. I hate your ways because y'all really are some sort of real ignorant. You know, y'all call us ignorant. The only reason we was ignorant because we were unlearned, miseducated on purpose. Okay? But to think about European people, sometimes that you are some very ignorant people. Very ignorant. You know? You don't want to talk about y'all being up there in them Caucasus Mountains. Y'all want to talk about that. That's your history. Go on back, talk about that. When we start talking about black stuff, and all of a sudden y'all have a problem. All of a sudden y'all have a problem with us talking about us. That is ridiculous. That is very ridiculous. Very ignorant. And you shouldn't be on my page when I'm talking to my Facebook friends, my brothers and sisters, about what happened to us. Then you get on our page, and then I say something you don't like, y'all go report me to Facebook. And then I'm in Facebook jail for 3 days because I said something you didn't like. Well, you shouldn't be on my page. And if I want to go public, I will go public with it. But you shouldn't be on my page talking about something that don't concern you no way. You're not a so-called Negro. You want to be, like I say, once again, natural, full lips, natural. That bronze, brass-looking skin, natural. So, you need to stop it because you look like this. Okay? Here I am. So y'all need to stop it. And another thing, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about everything, but I don't have enough time because I said I was going to make this a short one tonight because for the simple reason I got to do something for somebody in the morning. So I was going to go to bed early, but it seemed like I'm not getting there. So I just want to say, this stuff right here is ridiculous. And if you want to talk about something, white people, I want y'all to talk about this. Look, I'm going to turn this camera around. Talk about what y'all know and what y'all allowed, and it's wrong. Talk about this. I want you to see this. All right, there we go. See that? You see that right there? They're the fake Jews. The fake Jews. That's who they are. They're the fake Jews. You know about this. The United Nations know about this. Y'all know this stuff. But yet and still y'all keep a lie going. Y'all do. Y'all keep a lie going. And pretending and letting the world believe that these people are Israelites when they're not. And they're not. They come from the seed of Japheth. And I'm going to turn this around again. If you can see this video. See? Ham. And see, we migrated. We always would migrate. We didn't have to get on a ship to go into the land of Egypt. So why would the Bible say that the Hebrew Israelite was going to go into captivity again, to Egypt again, which means the house of bondage, way of he's by ships. So you keep this lie going, knowing the truth, and I have seen book after book where those people up there are imposters. They're not us. They're not the Jews. They are Khazars, from the Khazarians, the Khazar, and they mixed, and they're also mixed with the Edomites. And you go into the book of Jasher, In the book of Joshua tell you what happened, how those two kingdoms became one. But and then some people are going around lying, saying that false doctrine, saying that the Edomites were done away with. No, it says the mountain of Edom was done away. And he said nothing about the descendants of the Edomites being done away with. But see, that's how we can take scriptures out of context. We read something about the Edomites, the mountain of Edom was being destroyed was destroyed, and we just automatically think with our carnal mind, oh, all the Edomites was destroyed. Or the descendants of Edom, because if that was the case, why come when the end time? So far with it. Check this out. Go way out. Check this out. Look at those fake dreadlocks. See those fake locks? That's not locks. That's not locks. Here is locks. Locks right there. There's the real locks. Because people with knotty hair, their hair, if they don't comb it, it automatically locks up. And it's not no straight, scraggly, stringly looking hair. So, I just want, and I probably do other videos, but this one is the part two of We Know Who We Are. And so, and I thank the Most High. I just wish more of my people wake up. There's a lot of people that I'm surrounded by. Maybe I don't know a lot of them. I try to talk to many of them as I can when I run into them at the laundry mat, the stores, wherever, and try to tell, the one that I think that kind of received it. I've been having a hard time. I talked to a brother the other day, and oh my gosh, I broke it down to him by the Spirit of Yah, because I had nothing to do with it, because this guy is very tough. He's one of them hardcore Christians. And when I broke down the Bible and showed him different things in it, and he couldn't answer. He got stuck when I was asking him questions, and he got stuck, and he was like, oh my God, oh my God. And then I was like, yeah, because he was hard. He was giving me a hard time. So then, at the end of the conversation, he had to go. I think it was Super Bowl night, and he had to go to a party. And he said to me, oh, Sister Monica, I want to talk to you some more about this. You see there? You see there? And I had dread talking to this guy for 2 years, because I know he's one of them hardcore Christians. And I dread it. I try to run from it. But just that particular day, the boldness of the Most High just sprung up in me. And it just came out of me. So, but you're supposed to tell your people. Tell them anyway. They might reject you, but who shall I say? That you shake the dust off of your feet and you just keep on moving. Just keep on moving. And just till somebody will listen. You know what I'm saying? And I just think a lot of them don't want to wake up. It seems to me that a lot of them don't want to wake up. They want to stay asleep. It's time to wake up, people. We've been in this slumber, but it's time to wake up. But Apostle Paul says that there is one that a planet and another one that watered, but it's Yah to give the increase. So we can plant a seed, we can water the seed, but eventually it's going to be the Most High, So to make that thing grow, make their belief grow. So I just thank y'all for listening to me, and I pray that you did subscribe to my page if you kind of feeling what I'm saying. I'm not calling myself any kind of preacher or prophetess. Don't get on there talking about, oh, you supposed to be a prophetess, who you supposed to be, a woman ain't supposed to teach or whatever. You know what? No, I agree with it, but at the same time, I'm not what you're saying. I'm just talking about things that we should have in common to talk about as a sister. But no, I don't believe in sitting in no church preaching to nobody, or or even to the men. Now, if a man is unlearned and there is no one to teach him, I feel that I should tell him where to go and learn it for himself. And just like I did the brother the other day, I gave him scripture, and I thank you, because he asked me, he said, where's the scripture? Where's the scripture? And bam, 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 I gave him scripture after scripture after scripture. And he read some of it with me over the phone, and some he wrote down, and I told him to read it and tell me what he found out. So, but I believe in knowing that. I believe in, saying, you're not supposed to teach a man or preach to a man. No, we are not. And our men are supposed to be leading us. But since they're not, we women pretty much had to step up some, We don't have many brothers out here. We have a lot of them that do know the truth. But here where I live at, it's not too many of them. I live near a brother, and he talks that Kemet stuff. He's always talking about African this, and we are gods and all that. And I was like, okay, we God? He said, yeah, we God. I said, we put the moon up there in the sky. We put the sun in the sky. He's like, no. I said, we guys, why we die if we such stupid stuff. But, not trying. But, when you say stuff, make sure it makes sense. We have a creator, the almighty creator. Oh, yes, we do. Okay? And he's amazing. He does things that nobody in this flesh can do. Okay? So we can't say, oh, we God or we gods, because we're just man. Okay? And we are man. The Bible said we are man. We have limited understanding. I believe it's in the book of Job. So you can't go around calling yourself a God. That comes from that African teaching once again. And see, we're not supposed to choose. The Hebrew Israelite is not supposed to choose none of the heathens' ways. And every time we was in captivity, that's why you got Arabs and you got these people that believe in the sun god Ra, and here in the United States and different parts of the world believing in Christianity. Because every time we went into captivity, we would adopt these people religion. And that was one of the reasons that the Most High was very upset with us too. We keep adopting their religion. Every time we go, we Muslim have us, we go, okay, all right, now we's a Muslim, we in believing in Muhammad and all that kind of stuff. Then we go into Egypt, and they got a lot of Muslims there, and we go there, and in certain parts in Egypt, they think that they're gods, and that their son is God, Ra. And, and then we get here, and then they give us, once again, they give us this in Christianity and the name Jesus. And we adopted that too. And we forgot who our Yah was in his name. We forgot who Yahuwah was. And so, but he said now, I'm going to tell you, he covers everything in the word. He said that his people will remember themselves in their captivity, in the land of their captives. And that's exactly what's going on. We are remembering who we were. See, and I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to tell you why. As we know who we are, during slavery, they were, those white masters was trying to be so smart, they would take the old people and break them up from the young ones. They would sell the young ones to Mr. Tom somewhere else, and they would keep the old ones, and they would break, because the ancestors couldn't teach the younger ones. So now who you gonna have teaching the younger ones? The one that their masters. That's who's gonna be teaching them. And what are they gonna be teaching them? False doctrine. They're gonna take the Bible. See, another thing, the Bible was never meant to be a religious book. It is a way of life by Yahuwah, where His people should go by. It was a way of life, and it was about us, His people, and our nationality. But when white man got his hand on it, he turned it into a religious book to not only enslave us physically, because that slavery was supposed to happen according to Yah, because of disobedience to His people. But see, white people use it for mental slavery. So now we are walking around saying Jesus. Well, His name couldn't have been Jesus 2,000 years ago if there was no letter J. No. And I don't want to hear about no translation. Okay? Oh, anyway. And he sure wasn't a European. And so they tell you so many lies. They make these white-faced Jews supposed to be the Hebrew Israelite. When the Hebrew Israelite, if they were white people in Egypt, building up Egypt like that in that hot sun, they've been what they call them, those cancerous sores on them, where that sun done burnt them up. So you know there had to be some dark people out there, because the sun protected them. But they were white people out there. They've been sunburned, cancered up. No. Don't make no sense. Well, anyway. You know, they show these white people on TV, these biblical characters on TV as all being white. Moses was white. Well, that's funny. In the Bible, Moses was mistaken as an Egyptian. Paul, they got him white. That's funny. When Paul, he asked the guard to speak to, it was something. He asked him to speak to somebody, and the guard said to him, "Aren't you that Egyptian?" See? Ooh, wait a minute, them Egyptians, what color was the Egyptians? Hold up, how could you mistake in, oh, let's see what color the Egyptian was. Hold on. Oh, pow, see, there they go. Aren't you